We will try and show you just now what you're asking about, but just asking about the nostrils of an elephant's trunk, or that's sort of the same thing, the nostrils in the elephant's trunk. That's a grey heron, and it's the call you heard, that yeah, just before we went to look at him. Lots of bird life coming down to the water now as well. With the elephant's trunk, it is actually two nostrils, and they run as two separate tubes, if you want, up to the top of the base of the skull, so they don't merge into one chamber later on. Okay, we're just going to move slightly. Oh, look at that last light catching her. Even an elephant's backside can look beautiful in light like that. Not that I'm saying that elephant doesn't have a nice backside, because if she understood that, then I don't know if I want to go back there again. She might be upset. All right. Let's get around the front of them. I do prefer the front view. Okay, just going to look at these guys, quickly. A couple of little birds having a drink here. These are crested francolin, one of my favorite birds in the bush. Oh, that's great to hear. Guys, just in the Twitter feed, some of you saying that it's bringing tears to your eyes, and you know what, I'm very happy when I sit with elephants like this. Just me personally, I love it. And then to hear that you guys are enjoying it as well, that almost brings tears to my eyes. So thank you for letting us know. It's always great to hear feedback like that, and great to know you guys are enjoying it. And it's just big thank you to you. Yes, every one of you, every single one of you that have been here for years, and every single one of you that's maybe just joined us. Thanks so much. It's such a pleasure and such a privilege to be able to do this, to share this with you. And do remember that without you, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be sharing this. So thank you. And I really do mean that. And I'm going to stop now, otherwise I'm going to get tears in my eyes. And I'm a big, tough African man. We don't cry. Unless my daughter says hello. On game drive, when I'm missing her terribly, I miss my family. I've got an amazing wife, great two kids. They love wildlife. My daughter loves wildlife. Elephants, she can mimic a bunch of animals already. Hippo, zebra, lion a little bit, jackal. I think we just sit here for the moment and just see where these Ellies are heading. And also keep in mind, we should have an update on some lions for you. If all goes well, you can't promise, because it's the wild, things can change. But lots of things happening in the last part of this drive, I have a feeling. Well observed, Grace. Just commenting there on some of those elephants that were hanging their trunks over their tusks earlier. One of the females, in fact it might have been this one doing it earlier, just nudging the youngster along. She's like, come along. Oh, there we go, exactly what he's... It's a bit selfish of mum there. The youngster wanted to have a little scratch after his mud bath. Remember earlier I said they get this mud on them and then they have a little rub. But mum was like, move along, I want this tree. It's a very nice tree that elephants love rubbing up against it. It's a marula tree, but it's at this bit of an angle, so they can really get sort of into the side of their chests and bellies. Look at that, having a good old scratch. But Grace, yeah, it's fairly common that elephants do that, where they hang their trunks over the tusks. But generally speaking, only big elephants, obviously, because the tusks need to be big enough. You see it often with big male elephant, and with male elephant it can also be a very subtle sort of dominance behavior, you know, just sort of to show another elephant, look how big my tusks are, I can hang my trunk over it, kind of thing. And other times just because they want to relax the trunk a little bit. Oh, that's the good scratch. Oh yes, get right in there. Amazing how dexterous and well balanced they are. I mean, she's a big elephant. She probably weighs 4 tons, maybe more. That's about 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 pounds in that region. Up on one leg, quick. Get a scratch there. Entertaining animals, elephants. Always something going on. Those two are having a scratch. These ones are having a dust bath. the happy lives of the world's largest land mammal. They're all taking their turns. Those are moving along. This is the other female now, using the same tree. And you'll see when she walks away, there you can see the tree trunk. This is not the first time or the second time. This is the many hundredth or many thousandth of time that an elephant has come for a good scratch there. I just have a good look there. You see where her back is relative to the tree trunk, and we'll see those rubbing marks just now as well. Just take a note of it. I'll tell you in a few minutes why. Even the chest, all those difficult to reach places. This is the perfect tree for this. She goes. I want to go show you something quickly. We're going to stay with them. They're just moving up the road. But there's something I'd like you to have a quick look at. To give an idea of the height. Now keep in mind, up there, the shoulder was much taller than this. This is where they were scratching the sides of their bodies. And you can see the mud here. In fact, you can even see the tree trunk itself has been rubbed smooth over time. Just by coming up and going, oh, that's the spot, yes. Actually, that feels really good. And then the other one and the other one. I'm not going to do all of them. Some of those poses were not something I think I can do on a live broadcast. Let me see if I can put my foot. No. Let's just leave it at that. Guys, but this just gives an idea of the scale of it. And what I love about this as well is you really get the sense of, this is not the first time that Ellies have done this. You know, you can really, just looking at this tree trunk, you can see they've been here many, many times. Where's your thumb guy?
The thumb?
The thumb. Show me the thumb. That's just such a nice black mud. This, I was trying to give him a little suit. It's just perfect black mud. It just looks so nice. I'm just in a happy mood, guys. We just had such a lovely experience with these Ellies. Really, you know, there's things you hope to see, and seeing elephant are always great, just because they're great animals, they're intelligent. But to really get this sort of beautiful behavior, beautiful light, perfect time of day, playing young elephant, it's just brilliant. You know, you can't buy that. You can only experience it. Let's go spend a couple more minutes with them. they're moving along. A little bit of dust bathing going on. Guys, we're just looking at those elephants where they were rubbing up against that tree. They've had a good scratch. And these last ones in the back are just having a bit of a dust bath. Basically just taking that mud that they had in their bodies and then spraying a bit of dust over it, creating a nice sort of muddy, dusty layer over the skin. Good afternoon, Mackenzie, or shall I say good morning? I think it's about 11 o'clock or so in Virginia at the moment. Mackenzie, you're about the same age as my daughter. She's turning 4 in August, so great to have you on the game drive. Always special to have kids on the game drive, because I think kids, even more so than adults, they can so easily just transport themselves here and just come and enjoy the wildlife and experience it with us. So Mackenzie, great to have you on game drive. And a great question as well. Mackenzie is just asking, do elephants rinse their trunks out after they've had that mud bath? After they've had all that mud, because obviously they suck the mud up into the trunk and then they spray it back onto their bodies. And you know what, Mackenzie, I've never thought about that. It just shows you how well you were thinking about what's going on here. How you were putting yourselves in that elephant's shoes, or feet, shall we rather say. And I'm sure you like playing with mud as well, so maybe that's why you're thinking about it. And I think, yes, I'm sure they would. It would make sense. They don't want to drink mud, they want to play with mud, they want to drink water. So it does make sense to me that they would rinse their trunk out once or twice before they drink water. Great question, Mackenzie, and big welcome on the game drive. Guys, just let us know a little bit via email or Twitter, #SafariLive to tweet, questions at WildEarth to email. How many of you are watching this game drive at this moment with your children, or children, whether you're in a schoolroom or with your kids, grandkids? I know many of you take your grandkids along and game drive with us, and I absolutely love that. And I know HT as well. Both of us are fathers, and we both, you know, I think anyone that's passionate about anything, especially something as amazing as wildlife, that passion is so easy to share with kids, because kids just, they get into it, you know, they enjoy it, they're not afraid to say, yeah, that's awesome to see elephants swimming in the water. You know, adults, we tend to be a little bit more sort of composed. Kids are much more free with their expression and their experience. And I'm getting to the point of, let us know if you're watching this at the moment with your grandkids or your kids or your brother or your sister or your classroom mates. Just give us an idea. I'd love to get an idea of how many kids are on game drive with us. I'm not really sure what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just sort of driving along. Those Ellies went off into thick bush there, and I think we've had a great time with them. I don't want to go in there after them now. I'm also hoping that HT is getting close to those lions. I hope they haven't moved, but I'm sure you can track them down. You know, HT knows a thing or two about the bush and about animals, that's for sure. So let's take another question or two, and I'm going to go look around for leopard up there.